Good afternoon, everyone. My name is Tuba Khalid, and I'm a CIS major at Georgia State University with the concentration in data analytics. So today I'll be introducing our Capstone project, which focuses on using GIS and augmented reality to enhance infrastructure management for DeKalb County government. So our client is the DeKalb County government's GIS department, which is responsible for managing critical infrastructure, including the Snapfinger watershed facility. So as part of the onboarding process, we completed background checks and drug testing. Honestly, while these steps kind of delayed our timeline a little bit, it was a good reminder of how important compliance is for projects like this. Um, One of the most exciting aspects of this project is using augmented reality, or AR. For those who are unfamiliar, AR is a technology that kind of overlays digital content like 3D models onto the real world. Think of how Pokemon Go lets us see characters around us. So for our project, we're using AR to showcase a 3D scan of the Snapfinger watershed facility. This idea is to create an interactive way to visualize infrastructure, which makes asset management easier and more effective. So here's how we're going to make that happen. We're creating a detailed 3D model for the Snapfinger watershed facility using tools like Unity, Unreal Engine, and Blender. Once the model is ready, we'll integrate it into an existing AR platform to bring it into life. To add even more value, we're linking GIS data to the model so users can access detailed information about each asset in real time. It's a practical solution that brings together technology and usability in a meaningful way.
Hello, everyone. My name is Ramon Mohari. I am a senior at Georgia State University that studies computer information systems, and that with a concentration in data analytics. So I'm looking for data roles, engineering, analytics roles as well. So some of the Scrum stats, I've worked about 30 hours and completed about 30 tasks. I have majority of the tasks weren't too challenging, majority of them being on Unity tutorials. So Unity was the main platform I was using and trying to complete tutorials like Locomotive, karting micro games, and Lego World. So that just came with a lot of troubleshooting and software issues. So the majority of our time was spent trying to get these tutorials to work. But as you can see, I've shown you some pictures that give you just some of the issues we were facing. But moving on to our completed deliverable, there was the Cesium project. And as you can see, this is like an AR visual of certain cities we chose. I chose my high school, Tucker, and for where I'm from, actually, you can see that there's still a lot of limitations such as rendering and overall hardware issues that we had to deal with.
Hello everyone, my name is Ali Cameron. I am a senior at Georgia State University. I am a CIS major with a concentration in data analytics. And on the down bottom, you can check out my LinkedIn profile. So these are my Scrum stats for this project. I've done 30 tasks, worked on it for 50 hours, ranging from easy, mid, challenging, all-nighter, and cooked. So some issues I was facing with the Unity and Unreal team was some hardware compatibility issues. So I was having my laptop kept on crashing, or it would not be able to run the tutorials. And what this did was this led to some time constraints. So I switched over to the gamification process. So this process is when you add games or game-like elements to a task. So we chose Fortnite. This is a free-to-play app. You can just download it and create islands. So I made a replica of Stone Mountains. I did residential, streets, parks, all of those kinds. So this process is useful because it can actually encourage engagement with a product or service. You can teach real-world applications much simpler, much easier. I started off on my laptop, but that hardware was also facing issues, so I switched over to my PlayStation, became much simpler, much easier to use. And overall, it's a great community engagement tool. So you can just see over here, I have a residential area. I was able to make a park. I made a whole city layout, had roads, cars. So this is a very useful tool.
Hello, my name is Comfort Abba, and I'm a senior at Georgia State University, currently majoring in computer information system with a concentration in data analytics. I'm currently taking positions in data analytics, and this is my presentation in the next slide. I worked a total of 63 hours and did a total of 21 tasks. Majority of the tasks were more of troubleshooting because I had a lot of complications with the hardware and software using tools such as Unity and Blender in the Unreal Engine.
Hello, my name is Xavier Johnson, and I am a senior at Georgia State University. I am a computer information systems major with a concentration in application development. For this project, I was focused on the gamification of a location within DeKalb County. So what is gamification, and why is it so important? Well, gamification is the process of applying game elements to a non-game application. It is important because it encourages engagement with the product or service, it teaches real-world application, and it encourages people to learn more about a topic. So over the course of this project, I completed 20 tasks over the course of 24.9 hours, most of which were moderate difficulty. So I initially started with Unity, but was unable to install it on my computer, so I then swapped over to Unreal Engine. I then watched some tutorials over the basics of the engine, some of which unfortunately were outdated, but then I had ran into some hardware issues, so I attempted to troubleshoot those to no avail. I would then pivot over to Unreal Editor for Fortnite, where I'd worked on recreating Decatur Square. I used in-game assets to recreate buildings, roads, and other notable landmarks. So here are a few screenshots of my work.
My name is Samir Ghulam, and I am a senior at Georgia State University, majoring in computer information systems with a concentration in data analytics. I'm also the team lead for this Capstone project. Today I'll walk you through our exciting work in developing an AR experience of the Snapfinger water treatment facility. During the sprint, I took on most of the work to ensure our project made significant progress. This included completing Unity tutorials, troubleshooting technical issues, and organizing external resource meetings. For example, when we struggled to display our 3D scan, I solved it by using the Windows 3D Viewer app. Another challenge was hardware compatibility between Windows and iOS, which I addressed by pivoting to eighthwall.com for AR development. My focus on problem solving and execution kept the project on track. Here's a look at some of the software we used in our final product. This deliverable showcases our functional AR display, bringing the Snapfinger water treatment facility to life in 3D. I took the lead in mastering tools like Unity, Blender, 3D Viewer, Sketchfab, and eighthwall.com, and in troubleshooting technical issues to ensure the project's success. Despite challenges, I spent many hours working on the fundamentals of game development and reached out to professionals for guidance when needed. The result is this immersive AR experience, which highlights the potential of augmented reality for educational and operational purposes. Looking ahead, there are several ways DeKalb County could expand on our project. For instance, they could integrate parcel data to highlight historical buildings, or add forestry data to visualize the oldest trees in the area. These features would further enhance the value of this AR application